Welcome to Wednesday Night is Overbooked. I am your host, the Joker's Voice. We are 3.5 weeks away from WrestleMania, and WWE is still driving the fancy car in the right lane, going 5 miles under the speed limit. Let's see if they can pick things up. Let's get started. Let me introduce the panel here. To my stage right, he is my partner on the show. He's my co-pilot on the show. He's responsible for that lovely montage at the beginning. It is back to normal. The one, the only, LeftEyeEgo. Ego, how are you, sir?
Doing all right. Hanging in there with some subpar audio this evening, guys. Bear with me. But otherwise, great during the last 2 weeks of Raw. So ready to talk about that and talk some more on Wednesday Nights Overbooked.
All righty. And directly beneath him is the man who got a scare at the beginning of the show with Kurtzman Trek. Come to find out that was completely false. So it's actually Kurtzman Trek that got this message.
You are cursed.
And a very happy Duke 95. Bradley Burnett, how are you, sir?
Well, I mean, I can't farm off it anymore. I'll have one more season. I still haven't even watched
Double still.
Well, I haven't even watched it. I mean, my whole weekend was shot with MegaCon.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do not get drunk with Chrissy Mayer.
I can imagine. I can only imagine. And Brad, I've seen you drunk before, so I know how you can.
Yeah,
get.
But I'm a fun drunk, and even she said so the next day.
And directly beneath me, a man who probably last week felt
You are cursed.
Indeed.
It is the bladder bursting Terminator, the unbearable 73. Matt, how are you, sir?
Much better today than I was last week or Monday, I'll tell you that for sure.
All righty. And we got some folks already in the chat. We got our wonderful wrench among wrenches, Mr. Jacob Ironside. He is dropping links down there. We have Fractured Filter. I had a moment at work where I had nothing to do. He was streaming early. I went and said hi. We also have Eric Douglas in the chat. Where's Eric at? Where did you go, sir? Here is him. That's some funny stuff right there. Oh God, that's great. Oh, there he is. I can't show that. Never mind. There's Eric. How are you, sir? All righty. And I'm just looking right now. We're at about 4 to 5 likes. We're already halfway to our goal of double digits, which is the goal for every show, because then we do something special for you. But in the meantime, folks, if you look down below where those thumbs up, the buttons are, which cost you nothing to do, you can also see all the links to all of our social media, our YouTube channels, which we would love your eyes. We would love your subscriptions, your watch hours, your likes. So if you don't mind, folks.
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
Why, thank you, Harley. And yes, because last week we almost tied our record of 16, which we would love to break that. You guys get that wonderful special segment. So let me pull this up right here. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this.
I don't even have the topics for this week. Good Lord, I'm out of sorts.
Okay, so.
Oh, what the F?
What we have here.
Whoa.
Let me add that back. Hold on. Wrong button. Sorry.
Okay.
Before WrestleMania, we have our top 4 champions. Jade Cargill.
Seriously, no one cares.
CM Punk, Stephanie Vaquer, and Cody Rhodes. And then we have a proposed after WrestleMania. Liv Morgan, Roman Reigns, Rhea Ripley, and Randy Orton. Now, having all 4 major titles change hands at a Mania has never happened. The closest it came was WrestleMania 40, where the only top title holder that retained their title was Rhea against Becky Lynch. So, do you A, like this option? B, do you think it'll happen? And C, if not, who is going to retain after Mania? Ego, let's start with you.
Only person that retains after Mania will be CM Punk.
Only person that retains after Mania is CM Punk. Okay.
Otherwise, I like it.
Brad, your thoughts?
I definitely have Punk retaining.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have Jade leave entirely. I honestly do not want Rhea. I am sick of Rhea Ripley. It's like I'm done. So I prefer Stephanie.
Ooh, okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm confused. Hold on. I got confused. Wait a minute. Because I was going where they are above each other.
Yeah.
But Rhea's going against Jade.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, I screwed that up. I'm sorry. Oh, shit. All right. So I have Liv. I would like to see Liv, but I think probably maybe Stephanie. They have to give it to Rhea then. I'm sorry. We can't keep doing Jade Cargill. This is fucking ridiculous.
Good luck.
And I honestly think Cody needs to drop it.
Okay.
And get a little bit of a new direction. He's better in the hunt.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's about all I got.
All right, Matt, your thoughts?
Rhea's taking that belt. Punk is retaining. Randy's taking the belt. And we will see a heel turn by Cody because they refuse to boo Randy at all.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then on the last match, I think this is where Raquel is going to betray Liv and choose Stephanie's side, and Stephanie wins.
Ooh.
Okay,
I
interesting.
like that.
Interesting. For me,
And wait, and that gives Liv a clean, like a clean loss, not a. In other words, she loses without losing prestige, so to speak.
gotcha. Okay. I see Jade Cargill. She retains.
Oh.
We are
She
10
retains
minutes
water, for sure.
in. We're at 10.
Holy crap.
We are 10 minutes in, and I'm seeing 10 likes already. A
I didn't
dozen
even
guys.
press the button.
What's happening?
I know. I see Jade retaining. There's no reason for Rhea to be on SmackDown
Fair.
right now. Punk retains. Roman is a part-timer.
So is Roman.
Okay, that's
He meant
what I meant.
Roman.
Roman is a
Oh,
part-timer.
okay. Sorry.
Roman is a very part-timer.
Mm-hmm.
Liv goes over because they haven't done really anything with Stephanie much. I mean, the last month she's faced the same person 4 times.
Yeah.
So there's no point in keeping that going. I can see Randy going over. I do not see Cody Rhodes turning heel. They're not going to turn him heel yet. Because as I have said numerous times, there is nobody that is going to fill Cody's role as the guy. There's nobody. So until you have someone who you have elevated to fill that role, Cody Rhodes is staying as a face.
I agree with what you're saying, but I still think they need to give him a bit of an edge to make him on the
Right.
hunt, because that's when his story was interesting. Because
Right.
as I have said before, I am not invested at all in anything right now. Really.
I'm a lot more invested in a few things. And of course, as the wrestling world goes, there's always the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community. We've had a few instances because the IWC gonna IWC. It's just what they do. So we've got two examples of maybe how to respond to the IWC, and an example of how not to respond to the IWC. Now, last week, Obafemi, probably the hottest act right now in the entire professional wrestling industry, was on Stephanie McMahon's What's Your Story podcast. And they asked, as a in-ring performer, who some of his inspirations were. Names like Ric Flair, Bray Wyatt were released. And then Stephanie asked, well, outside of wrestling, who has been an inspiration to you? Because Oba, whose real name is Isaac, yes.
Is his last name Yankum?
No. Talked about how he was a wrestling fan, but he never wanted to be a wrestler. But he's taken to this industry so easily. So who inspired him to dream big, just have wild aspirations of greatness for himself? And he mentioned two names: Elon Musk, and Joe Rogan.
Confirmed Yahtzees, as I understand what the internet tells me.
From what I've heard, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what the Twitters tell me.
So this is now
Joe Rogan. They don't even know who Joe Rogan really is. I love it.
Connie Clary. Hello, sir. So the IWC kind of had to they went into meltdown mode because Obafemi is now clearly a right-wing influenced. He's
a white supremacist.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look at his angry face. He's
I know.
Clearly a white supremacist, just like Ego.
Right,
That
exactly.
face of white supremacy, I tell you.
Grown men, by the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Cancel him. They have tried.
We're working on it. We got to get it done, guys. I'm sorry. I admire the guy who is a self-made billionaire.
Right.
How awful.
Alrighty. So we've got, and Oba has done the right thing. He has not responded to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I want your take on just Oba's lack of response and your thoughts on, oh, God forbid, Elon Musk is such a these horrible people here. So Matt,
Totally right.
Matt, let's start with you. I'm seeing a dozen.
Given that Oba is in fact Nigerian, in a high chance he is right leaning. If you follow, but I mean, this is whenever a celebrity comes out, like there's a group of people on the internet who are on the formerly existing Blue Sky Network in large part, who seem to think that all celebrities must agree with being left wing, and when anyone shows any sign that they might not be, or that they're like maybe they're like left leaning but willing to talk like the other side and all that, they just explode all over and want to cancel people and whatever, And they themselves are a cancer, the ones who do that.
All righty. Brad, your thoughts?
Well, you know how I've always been very left-leaning and completely in line with this. just to be clear again, he's admiring, first off, technically an Afrikaner.
Yes, he is South African. Yes,
he's South African, which actually now says he's American. He's actually African American.
correct.
Who was very much loved by the left until he decided to align himself with some of Trump's policies and try to work to slim down the government. How awful! Cutting costs, making things go under budget. What a terrible idea. Joe Rogan, also, who is pretty much a left-leaning guy, a liberal. I'm going to say liberal as opposed to leftist because I have a specific definition as to leftist as opposed to liberal. I can talk with a liberal. I cannot talk with a leftist. Joe Rogan was a liberal, and he still is very liberal-leaning. He's just more centered, and I think he takes more of a common sense. No?
No, I mean, no.
He's talking to
Roman here. No.
Oh.
No, sir.
Oh. No. There is not enough likes in the world. I'm sorry. We will dislike everything on this channel then.
True story.
But also, Matt made a good point. We in our country have to disassociate ourselves from thinking that the way we see politics is the way everyone else sees politics.
Correct.
Like he said, he's from Nigeria. Politics and customs and everything there are very different than they are here. Do we know right now what his opinion on homosexuality and LGBT rights are? We don't know. Is there a possibility he's against it? Who cares? He's a wrestler.
I don't
care
to know.
I know. Vince Vaughn is now going through the same thing right now because he came out and said, comedian shows, stop doing this and just be funny again. And now he's hated.
Yep.
You can't win for losing with the leftists, not liberals, with the true leftists.
So kudos to Oba for not taking the debate.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, Ricochet, our good old friend Ricochet from AEW. Ego, would you like to take this part on, sir?
Yeah, so there we go. So apparently Ricochet was pretty gassed up on people downing him in the comments, and since AEW things aren't going great, he thought he would try to be a villain on X. And so woman said his acting hasn't improved, and he literally went on her page profile, which said that she is a survivor, someone surviving with MS, went back to the comment that she made, thought about this, typed it out, then pressed send. I'm glad you got MS. IWC actually kind of did their thing. Yeah, and yes. And the thing is that he apologized, but I think that message had been up there for like 8 days before he even apologized. And even then, it was kind of like a apology as well.
So Ricochet, who has done this before, has gone after fans who have basically criticized his promos. He's not a good promo. That's no surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gone after them before, and personally has gone after fans, which is in AEW's code of conduct that you do not do. You do not interact with fans in this manner. Now, is that applied across the board? Not really. But Ricochet has done this where, I'm a bad guy. I'm a heel. I'm playing a character. No, you're not, dude. You are just being an asshole.
Yeah, there's a difference.
So this is more really who Ricochet is. He's a dick.
We've done that a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the more the issue is nobody was running with this, as he even doubled down and would retweet some folks who said that his promos are great. It's only when the apology was issued that people like The Observer, Fightful, then picked up the story. And at first it was he did it on his own accord. No, he didn't. Then it was someone from AEW. No, that didn't happen either. What it was, and what now the third version of the story, his friend Chris Hero, Cassius
no.
who, unbeknownst to a lot of folks, is actually a producer and an agent for AEW behind the scenes, reached out to him and said, dude, you need to take that down. My question is, why did it take so long for the media, the wrestling media, to pick up on this? So let's go in reverse order. Brad, your thoughts on this?
Why did they wait so long, or why is he an asshole?
Well, both.
There's staying in your character, and then there's just being a dick. Literally saying, "I'm glad you got multiple sclerosis."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. If you want to, that's not being a heel. That's not being a character. That's being yourself, being an asshole. If you want to stay, and look, we've seen people not break character. Okay,
right.
That's normal. Like, some kid will come up to, who was famous for it back in the day? There's a heel who never broke character, and I'm not talking Taker. I forget who it was.
MJF.
Okay, MJF's. Yeah. So like, if someone were to come up to MJF and like ask for his autograph, like he'd probably blow him off, because that's his character, and he has to maintain his character.
Correct.
But I do not think, as much of an a-hole as he is, I don't think he'd wish a disease on someone. No. That's just not even tasteless. That's inhuman. You better find a preacher, find God, and talk to him.
Ego, there he is. There he is again. Hello, sir. You're back.
No. Internet's trash, man. I'm sorry.
No worries, sir. All right, Matt, your thoughts on this whole thing?
Maybe I grew up in a more angry community. I remember growing up with all sorts of people saying, "I hope you get cancer. I'm glad your wife died young." All those horrible things. When
you're from Jersey,
I'm an Italian American Sicilian from Jersey.
So, I'm not a Sicilian. I'm Italian American. Yeah. We know who you've knocked off.
Like the vitriol when you would get into a feud with your neighbor, and then 3 weeks later you'll be sharing pasta together at someone's house.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
right.
Okay.
We've known that Ricochet in real life is a jerk. We've known that for like 10 years. Honestly, if he wasn't famous, I hope I'm glad you got MS. No one even cared about the tweet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
correct.
He technically withdrew the tweet. I don't really care. I mean, just shut your mouth and wrestle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And stay off your phone.
Yeah.
And stay off your phone. I mean,
and as far as why they didn't pick it up, they don't care about Ricochet either. I mean, that's
or
that's fair.
Well, there is that.
Cares.
I mean, there is that. I mean, Ricochet went from one company where he was kind of the only guy who does what he does to a company where a lot of folks can do what he does.
Ricochet has had the golden era of his career in Lucha Underground, and he's never going to get to that level of popularity and like match where he's never going to get there again.
Yeah, and it's just crazy. So the IWC and Ricochet, I'm just going to send this out, not as any, just have you seen your wife? She's gorgeous. Go spend some time with her and not on your phone. I'm just saying.
Wasn't she the announcer on Raw for a bit?
Yes.
Yes.
Samantha
Urban.
Samantha
Yes.
yeah.
Urban, yes.
Yes.
Attractive woman.
So going from the IWC to another hotbed, it looks like for 2026, Riyadh season might be canceled. I'm just saying, there have been
Wonder
some,
why.
well, maybe just a little unrest, a skirmish here or there.
I like that. Unrest.
But
Disturbance.
apparently, current events in the Middle East have caused some concern over events, not just with sporting events, concerts, and especially with the WWE, who they are still in a contract with worth millions and billions of dollars. So, as of right now, it seems that even to the point of WrestleMania next year is being looked at as maybe we might want to start fishing other spots just in case. But I think you could safely say that the upcoming Night of Champions premium live event is probably not going to happen. Ego, your thoughts?
Man, not making light of situations and unrest. It just seems like WWE, ever since they made that announcement, got hit with the Danhausen. That's all I'm saying. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I will say
You are cursed.
I mean, it seems like it. I mean, it does make it an awfully dangerous thing that you're wanting to have it, even considering it at this point. I mean, I would have said, maybe Dubai would have been a safe spot, but then I heard what's happening in Dubai, and I'm like, that's
No one's in Dubai.
Yeah, I was like, the whole thing is out. You almost have to cancel it immediately because there are so many unknowns, and these things take time and planning to set up. Booking packages and everything like that. You're almost going to have to just preemptively scrap this and be like, hey, we need a year of at least things being settled before we even consider going back. I don't know what that means for them moving forward with other PLEs that they've had signed with Saudi, but you're like, hey, we can all agree that right now is not the best time to host anything in that general region.
Okay. Matt, thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're stopping a lot of other world events in the Middle East because of this. And, I mean, I just can't see the regime bombing, a pro wrestling event. You know what I mean?
Well, there's lots of people there. That's the point. It's just massive people.
But from the scale of what you would bomb, that's not important people. So.
All right. Apparently, Matt's like, keep the shows going. All right. Brad, your thoughts?
As you know, I'm a fan of F1. I watch every Sunday when it's on. I will not be watching the Saudi race. I will not be watching the Bahrain race because they got canceled 2 weeks ago. Yes. Yeah, that was done 2 weeks ago. The reason is, and this could be my little political take, is it would increase the pressure to get the U.S. to withdraw. If you attack a major event, now, for instance, the Saudi and Bahrain races will easily have 100,000 people there. Mm-hmm. You just drop an ICBM. It doesn't even need to be a nuke. It takes it out. Huge outrage. The question is, well, honestly, it would be a terrible thing to do because Iran would probably get glassed at that point.
Right.
But that's the concern that I think WWE definitely has. And also, who's going to go? Dubai, like Ego was saying, it's like, do something in Dubai. Dubai is empty now. Dubai exists on tourism. There's no one in Dubai right now. All the tourists are not there. And with all these little drone attacks happening and missile attacks in various places, not just Israel, I mean, they've attacked their neighbors and don't think they're not going to do it again. So the safest thing to do is just to not do it. And again, I've already said, I don't know why they're going. we know why they're going to Saudi, but the fans, the cost. I mean, we know what the cost is for WrestleMania, even with the cuts. It's becoming price prohibitive to the point that you're not going to have anyone there, and no one's going to pay to go to a war zone. Do you want it at the Sinaloa cartel? Here you go. Bring some luchadors in. Yeah, that's great. Let's have drug running.
Ego, your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I just don't think it's going to be overall a safe. I don't think there's any way that you can say that you care about your star's safety and you want to go over there when there's so much unrest, generally speaking. I mean, I know that you're saying that nothing would happen to the people that are there, but it doesn't dissuade the fact that there are people that aren't necessarily friendly with that country that might try something and blame it on them. And you do not want to be used as any kind of political fodder for a worldwide event of the third time. Gotcha. So I just don't think it would be safe. And in being about your safety of your superstars, you probably want to just stay regional, stay local until there's at least some semblance of peace over there.
Agreed. Because safety should be your number one priority. And
a while ago, but that did happen.
I'm not sure about that.
It was years ago. They got held on the tarmac for a few hours.
Oh, that was one of the first times they went over. They couldn't get out. There was some problem with customs or something. Or I actually, if I recall correctly, it was a money issue.
Oh,
okay.
Probably.
Since basically the royal family controls the entire country, they weren't letting him out. Over a money issue, if I recall correctly.
I mean, that'd be first and last time for me. I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, so definitely some goings on in the world and making things interesting. What has finally started to get interesting is WrestleMania. At least for the last 2 weeks, things are starting to get interesting. Now, we had something for Matt planned last week, but he had a curse being put on him. So
you are cursed.
So
Dude, ever since Danhausen showed up, where are these freaking curses? I mean, come on. We didn't have a problem before.
Yeah, I know. So I want to let Matt have a few moments here to just enjoy what happened last week on Monday Night Raw in the opening segment. So Matt, I'm going to give you about a minute and a half. Just go, sir. Go.
So it was, when I watched this segment, it was perfectly timed, and like when Heyman went F5, and he
hold on. Let me say it. Brad correctly said that's a shirt.
Yeah. Yep. And he emphasized the FA enough so the audience would pick on exactly what he meant, FAFO and all that. Mm-hmm. And Brock comes out like Godzilla emerging out of the ocean or whatever, and Brock does Brock, and then all of a sudden Brock has dominated the little minions and all that, and then it's time for the ruler to come out, and this was perfectly timed, and there was a lot of debate over this. By the way, Brock is not retiring this year.
Probably not.
I'm 100% seriously, sure. Really?
Yeah. People have been claiming Brock is going to retire at SummerSlam, and so our ruler comes out, and I'm reminded in the past of early appearance of the Undertaker, except where the Undertaker had instant fear. Oba has instant. We want to see Oba kill people, right now, and so he goes down to the ring, and he counters the FAF5, as it were, and gets him up for Oba's version of the sit-out powerbomb, the fall from grace, and then stands up. And Brock was telling him, "Put your foot on my chest," because Oba wasn't going to do that unless Brock said to do it. Oba respects the business, and there have been past when guys have done that without being told by the other guy that it's okay to do that, that led to serious beatings in the back, So Brock is all in on. You can see from that Brock is all in on putting Oba over. Brock knows it's time to pass the mantle. The way that Taker passed it to him as the monster of the WWF, it's Brock passing it to Oba now, and it's on, baby. It is on, and they just need, like JV was saying earlier, we need Brock to have a little bit of a comeback before WrestleMania to get a little bit of revenge, and then WrestleMania, and then this is potential from an excitement / enjoyment point of view. This is potentially the best match in WrestleMania.
As of right now, and we're going to talk about, because we now have 6 matches confirmed.
Oh, only need another 6.
Well, we're probably going to get at least 8 more in the next 3.5 weeks. We're going to get at least 8 more matches.
Have we confirmed all of our commercials?
Not yet. So I do think that what we saw this past Friday on SmackDown, because I believe there was a talk of a stipulation that the original thought of a Cody Drew match would be Hell in a Cell. Yeah. I think it's safe to say you could put Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
So, of the 6 matches that are confirmed as of right now, we have 5 title matches and 1 feature attraction match.
Yeah, let them fight.
Some of these are boring. Some of these I'm like, okay, I'm invested in this. I think we can all say that the one that has the least amount of interest is Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
but it's for a belt.
Fair point.
This is a boring champion. And I repeat,
Boring.
we have
He's going to get so tired.
we have a challenger who doesn't seem very interested in this. But Jade Cargill now has a crew. She's got B-Fab and Michin by her side.
What?
So that's having Larry and Curly by Mo's side.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Jade fighting with Michin a lot?
Injured her too.
Yes, injured her. She did.
I'm not watching SmackDown enough. Clearly, how did that happen? What?
That was weak. It was like a few months ago, I think.
It was.
I thought they were wrestling in January against each other.
It was. It's the classic trope of if you can't beat them, join them.
Join them.
It's after you beat them. After you beat them.
After you beat them. After you injure them. After
this is a dominant trio, guys. I don't know why I'm upset. This is amazing. Let's run with this.
So. But I understand what their purpose is. They're going to be people for Rhea to beat up until Mania. That's all they're there for. They've been booked as losers, and they're going to continue to be booked as losers.
That sucks, man.
But this match has no heat whatsoever. None.
Mm-hmm.
There is no heat on this match at all. Mm-hmm. I would say AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, okay, it's there. We knew it was going to happen. Are they going to add a stipulation? Possibly. I haven't even heard Roxanne. I have not heard Roxy's name come up in any Judgment Day segments or anything. So I kind of think
she's
that's
still injured.
I believe she reported to the Performance Center last week. So we will see. next, I would say Cody and Randy. I mean, there's lots of history there, and there's a lot to draw from. And the opening segment, they started with this, with Randy beating up Cody. When people were saying, "Whoa, Randy turned heel, Randy turned heel," I'm like, Randy just turned Randy.
Exactly.
That's really what it was. Randy just turned Randy. There's nothing complicated about that. So I would say that for right now, one of the more exciting matches is it based on what we saw the Monday night, Stephanie and Liv. That got exciting. I mean, they gave those girls 45 seconds and said, "Can you be more interesting than Rhea and Jade?" And they were just like bet. And
Didn't need that much.
I know they didn't need that much, but the segment, the blindside attack, apparently Liv's taunting has finally gotten under Stephanie's skin, and the woman who was forged in hellfire has emerged, because that bump that Stephanie took into the LED board, being thrown into the steel chairs, and then she gave Liv a flat back right onto the floor. That looked like it sucked. So, Roman and Punk, it needed to get fit. It needed to get fit. It started off hot with two really good promo segments. The third was good, wasn't as good as the first two. It needed to get physical, and I'd say based on Monday night, it got pretty physical. Yeah. So that's exciting. And obviously Oba and Brock is right now the biggest thing right now. Oba is the biggest star in the entire professional wrestling industry. Right.
Yes.
Now, Brad, you had a question?
I was just wondering, are we going to address the yeet in the room?
Why would you want to do that?
Well, I'm just saying, it seems like Roman is relying on other people to do his own work.
Hasn't he always, though?
Yeah, but you literally have Jay Uso yeeting over there like Palpatine. Excellent, Anakin. Crush him. Destroy him.
You got to remember, Roman is still playing a heel.
Right. Roman hasn't changed one bit.
No, that's fine.
He is booked as a face, but his character has not changed.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But he needs to be more involved, in my opinion. I mean, I just feel like he's kind of secondary at this point. It's weird, at least in my opinion.
Really?
Well, he'll probably take like 3 months off after WrestleMania,
Oh yeah. At least. Probably. So
and then take the belt with him.
So actually, Brad, of the 6 matches that have been announced, which are you most? Because you say you're not interested in anything. Which has the most interest for you, and which obviously has the least?
Well, when I say not interested, I'm scaling it to where I've been interested for WWE WrestleMania before.
Okay.
So honestly, the one that I do have the most interest in is Punk and Roman. I just think it's being set up a little weird. And again, I know it's partially because of Roman's schedule, that they have to, the same way they kind of, not as much as they did with Cena, but Roman is like a special appearance, which is why I still don't think he's going to win. Obviously, the next one clearly is Jade. I mean, oh my God, I can't wait to see. The reason I just want to see how much Rhea Ripley can actually carry on her shoulders, because she's going to have to carry that whole freaking match.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly the least one of them all. After that, though, honestly, it would be probably Brock and Oba. I'm really kind of curious how that's going to go, because right now they're kind of stuck. Oba's like going over so much, and Brock is looking really freaking weak. And I'm wondering if that sets up maybe a Brock win.
It's okay. So I said this in the back. If Oba continues to go over, because Brock is scheduled to be on the next 3 Raws, if Oba goes over every single time, then yes, Brock will win at
Agreed.
Mania. Brock will get some measure of revenge between next Monday and Mania. I mean, next Monday they're in the Garden, which I don't know why Bailey, when they're in Boston during an impromptu promo, said next week we're in the most famous arena. Did she really think that mentioning Madison Square Garden in Boston was going to get cheers?
Didn't she also say we love
true.
the Yankees? She said we love the Yankees next, and then we love the Knicks.
I think that they were I thought they were trying to do something like that because opening night's tonight and it's on Netflix.
Correct.
That's what I thought was a plug for that.
No, it was definitely
But still was not going to go over.
So, Ego, which match are you least interested in? Which match are you most interested in?
Man, least interested in is, it's going to be Jade versus Rhea Ripley. The one I'm most interested in isn't on this card. It's actually going to be Rhea Ripley with her chiropractor after she has to carry that goddamn match.
You're welcome for the assist.
Well done, sir.
That was very fair. Thank you.
All right. And which are you most interested in?
Oh man, the Ova versus Brock Lesnar. I mean, I was actually watching the replay yesterday with Shiro, and the minute she hears the music, she's doing the strut.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, she's doing the strut while she's watching the kids do the strut, while she's watching adults do the strut. It's so over. I mean,
That's going to be your baby's first steps.
It might actually have to be. Have you seen there is?
You have little mini Ego around the house like this. You got to film that. Hell, you can do it with the AI.
which would just make Ego feel.
You know, you're lucky you're having a boy, because if it was a girl, it could have got the Jade curse.
Oh my lord, she wouldn't know. That'd be who was not named in this household. Okay?
Look, as long as he doesn't yeet, we're fine.
No,
Right.
I mean, that's fine. I'd rather him chant Oba as his first words if that comes to it too.
It's either Daddy or Oba.
Fatality.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the two that I got.
All right. Matt, what are you most excited for? What are you least excited for?
I'm least excited for the same one probably everyone else is. Jade Crapgill against Rhea Ripley. Hopefully they don't give that thing more than 10 minutes.
God, hope for less.
All right.
What am I most excited for? It's really a tie for me
Okay.
between Stephanie versus Liv and Brock versus Oba.
Okay.
Like in pure wrestling, I expect Stephanie versus Liv to be a great match in terms of the moves and all that, you know?
Right.
But the story of Oba's build, you know what I mean,
Right.
is just so tremendously well done so far. And, oh, God, so I'm calling a tie between those two.
All right. All right. So we've been talking about WrestleMania matches, what we're excited about and what we weren't excited about, which actually brings us to the staple of this show.
Always keep a smile on your face.
Wow, that was
It
quick.
is. It is. I know. It is the Wednesday Night Overbooked Top 5, where we take a wrestling topic and we give our 5 best takes. Our number 5 take gets 1 point. Number 1 take gets 5 points. And at the end, Bradley Burnett changes his name to Price Waterhouse and to give us a definitive scientific answer for this topic. And we're talking about our favorite, or what we would consider the best WrestleMania matches of all time. Now, this is a very broad topic. We've had 41 years hundreds of matches to narrow it down to just 5. But let's begin with Left Eye Ego. Ego, you're number 5, sir.
Number 5 is going to be Cody versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 40, I believe it's.
The main event.
Yes, finishing the story. Yes, that was the that's the WrestleMania match that got me back into wrestling, and it's the one that I got introduced to you guys by. So that's always probably going to be a top 5 for me, but I got it at number 5.
All righty. Brad, you're number 5.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to write that down. And that was WrestleMania 40.
Correct.
And I don't have to write it again because I have the same one.
Okay.
And honestly, the reason is I kind of agree that it was finishing the story, and it was honestly it wasn't as much of a wrestling match as a cinematic match.
It was a showcase, right?
It was a spectacle. It was a spectacle.
Yes.
And it's literally Avengers Endgame when all the portals open.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's here we go. They're right there. We're taking on Thanos. He's got his army. Cody's there. He's standing there like Cap holding Mjolnir, and we're just going. And I think for the spectacle and the build up, it was well done.
All right. Matt, you're number 5.
So when you put this out that this was the topic, the top 4 were like instantly like maybe ranked a little differently, but those were the top 4. The 5th one, there were probably about 7 to 10 matches floating around. And I had to think about, why did I enjoy the match so much compared to others, and what was the historical legacy and all that. So I'm going with WrestleMania 3, Hogan defending his title against Andre the Giant.
Ooh,
This was the historic passing of the torch. Andre let Hogan put his moves on him, helped Hogan to do them. I mean, a big one like that. Like a body slam is something that most of the wrestlers work together to do anyway. But with Andre's size, he had to help Hogan and sell it really good. He had to sell Hogan finisher. He had to be willing to lose cleanly. And Andre always did business as long as he was respected in return. So this is a legendary passing of the torch match.
Matt,
Right.
real quick, a quick question. I don't remember. I remember the match clearly, but how many times before had anyone body slammed Andre? I forgot.
Kamala had, I believe, and someone else had.
Before WrestleMania 3?
Well, on TV,
Okay.
like you said, Kamala, basically, right?
Okay.
At house shows, Andre would put over like no-name guys at times because he always did the business. You know what I mean?
Okay. It just to me as a kid remembering, I was like, someone slammed Andre. That to me, and I can picture it right now.
Yeah.
So.
So, my number 5 is also from WrestleMania 40, but it is a match right before Cody and Roman, Bayley and Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. This is one of my favorite matches, and just a showcase. If you were not a fan of Io by this match, you were definitely a fan of Io, even in a losing match. After this performance. So that's my number 5. Ego, you're number 4.
All right, my number 4 is Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 31.
All righty.
Mainly because of the RKO. It's made its way into our intro. I mean, it was such a fun match, and I'd never seen that before. In fact, I was told that the curb stomp was Seth Rollins' move, like when it was happening. I was like, he actually does that? And they're like, yeah, but when I see him about to do it, it winds up being an RKO. It blew my mind. So I got number 4.
Brad, you're number 4.
That would be from WrestleMania 17, TLC 2.
Oh, TLC 2.
I
love it.
I don't need to say anything else.
You really don't. Matt, you're number 4.
WrestleMania 28, the end of an era, Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Triple H with Shawn Michaels refereeing. This is the culmination of like a 6.5 or 7 year feud between those three guys.
Mhm.
Plus, end of an era being that after this, you saw Triple H and Taker and Michaels really stepping back from their in-ring work, and so that's just my number 4.
All righty. My number 4, going to WrestleMania 13. I cannot have a list like this and not have Bret Hart in here. It's the Crimson Mask, Bret Hart and Stone Cold.
That's a great match.
It's a great match. Absolutely phenomenal match.
Yeah, if I didn't pick Andre Hogan, that would have been my number 5.
All right. Ego. We're at our number 3s. Your number 3, sir.
Yes, sir. Number 3 is going to be Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement, WrestleMania 30. I think this is one of the first WrestleManias that I had watched maybe in over like 15 years. My buddies had told me about it. And again, I was watching March Madness, and I'm wondering why everyone's just chanting yes at random points during the game. Like, no one, are we doing that for bringing the ball up mid-court? What is happening? And so they had explained to me what was happening, and then I actually wound up watching the Daniel Bryan overcoming the odds of WrestleMania 30. It was awesome. So I got that at number 3.
All righty. Brad, your number 3.
Actually, I'm looking at my list and I'm doing it in Audible. Brett and Austin.
Okay.
WrestleMania 13, the Crimson Mask. I mean, first off, that brutal match, if you really watch it and how it was. I mean, and actually really think two competing styles. You got the excellence of execution, and you just got the brawler. And it sold. And just like, that's when Austin became Austin.
Correct.
It wasn't when he won King of the Ring. This is when he became Austin.
All righty. Matt, your number 3.
TLC 2. This was the elevation of violence in the WWE to one of the 2 or 3 like, most hardcore style of matches wrestled in the history of WWE. These guys put on a show. They gave up their bodies. Somehow they all survived the match, and just TLC 2.
Yeah.
Which people forget was a WrestleMania match when you talk to them about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Very true. Very true.
My number 3 is one of Brad's favorite matches of all time. WrestleMania 3, Steamboat, Savage. Excellent match. Yes. All righty. Ego. It's time for your number 2.
Man, that triple threat with Io, Bianca, and Rhea, man, that was awesome. I wasn't like all the way fully around on Io, and that one just proved to me that she really can go. She was great at getting everyone in their positions, making sure everyone was safe.
You just made the list.
Whole match was compelling. Like, it was fantastic. And Io Sky pulling out the moonsault to the pin steal was awesome. So I got that number 2.
All right, Brad, your number 2.
It comes as no surprise. Ricky and Randy. 12 years old, I remember watching that match. And, this is when I still thought things were real. Because I'm 12. And, I still thought it was an amazing match. But now looking back on it, being an adult, understanding the business, you really understand the choreography and the story that was told. Some people even forget that George Animal Steel was there too.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and you had Elizabeth, of course, there, as always. And just the look on Ricky's face when he held up the belt.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it was exhaustion and it was triumph. It was a perfectly told story.
I agree. All right, Matt, your number 2.
WrestleMania 25, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. From a purely in-ring wrestling, no storyline involved, no like their pasts or whatever. This was the best WrestleMania match from a pure wrestling point of view of all time. I can watch this match every 7 or 8 months and see the level of putting each other over, getting your moves off, faking and selling, and all that sort of stuff is incredible. You know?
Alrighty. My number two for a long time was my favorite WrestleMania match. WrestleMania 17, TLC 2. Just an absolute human car crash. And this was when WrestleMania was a one-night event. This match was supposed to be higher up on the card. But Vince bumped it down because he didn't want to overshadow the main event. All 6 of these guys were pissed about this. When the match was over, as Bubba Ray has said, they all stood in the ring, crossed their arms, and looked directly at the stage to the back as if to say, okay, top that. Just absolutely balls to the walls, entertaining match. And after seeing that, the main event was definitely a downer. It's just of those 2 matches.
What was even the main event of that WrestleMania?
Stone Cold versus The Rock, where Stone Cold turns heel.
Oh, God.
Wow. And even overproved. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
It is time for our number ones. Mr. LeftEyeEgo, your number 1.
Okay. I know that I don't have as much history with WrestleManias as you guys do. So all of these have been within the last, 10 to 15 years. But the number 1 that I had was, again, first WrestleMania seeing it in almost 15 years was the heist of the century, WrestleMania 31, the Seth Rollins robbery. I had so many questions when it was happening because I was like, number 1, didn't he just lose? 2, can you really, he has a briefcase. 3, you can do that? 4, he won? And then 5, where's my resolution? The credits are rolling. Can you do? I had so many questions within the 90 seconds that this entire thing happened. And I'm asking my guys in Philly, yo, have you seen it before? No. Can you do that? Yeah, I guess you can. I was so perplexed. Absolutely dumbfounded. Every other catching has seemed not up to that level just because there was so much happening before he even tried cashing it in that I had completely put him out of my mind that he would actually do something like this. So Heist of the Century, WrestleMania 31 is my number 1.
All righty. Brad, your number 1.
I'm sorry, I had the wrong screen up. Let me just pull that back up. My number 1 is Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. I'm sorry, that was my worst list, and I was like,
And Brad,
that was my worst list. I'm just getting ready for what I think next week may be. Clearly, HBK Taker WrestleMania 25.
All right.
I mean, what do you want to say? 30 minutes, and it's 2 guys who know how to work with each other, just putting on a damn masterpiece. I mean, that's one of the ones you just go back and watch again and again.
All right. Matt, your number 1.
Back to tried and true WrestleMania 3. As a child, my favorite wrestler was Ricky Steamboat. Ricky versus the Macho Man. Until Taker came along and surpassed him in my childhood admiration. I've enjoyed Ricky Steamboat's work in the 80s, wherever I could get a videotape to watch him when he was in some minor league or whatever. And this match is revolutionary in the sense that it would perfectly well fit in with today's matches.
Correct.
A lot of those old timer matches were just standard sort of stand there, hit a suplex, counter wrestle, and yell at the crowd, that type of stuff. And that was continued through the 80s. But Ricky versus Randy is a precursor to the modern match, and it's a beautiful match. Storylines are great going into it. Spectacle is great too.
Yep, I would agree. Except the match I have for number 1, it's probably not a big shocker here. I'm going back to last year, the opening match of night 2, a triple threat with to Bianca, Rhea, and Io Sky. Easily, this is the best women's Mania match ever. It was a important match because it was the first time that a Joshi won at WrestleMania, and it was the first time in like 2 decades that a Japanese superstar defended and retained a title at WrestleMania. So, a lot of significance in this match, and it was our match of the year last year. So,
Yep.
so the way this looks, Brad, I think we have a clear number one,
Yeah.
and I think
Everything else is.
I think we have a 3-way tie for second.
Yeah, and then somehow we have a 2-way tie for third.
Correct.
Yeah. So at number 3 we have Brett and Austin from WrestleMania 17. No, I'm sorry, not 17, 13.
13.
With 5 points, and also the Seth Theft with 5 points, thanks to Ego putting in as number 1. Our 3-way tie is going to be TLC 2, Io, Bianca, and Rhea, and then Taker HBK.
Correct.
The clear number 1 is Ricky and Randy, WrestleMania 3.
Yes. And we have one more thing before we sign off. This is our last Wednesday Nights Overbooked of the month. So, Ego, do you have?
Oh, do I have to carry this anymore? Please, someone tell me I lost finally.
Let's find out. Wow.
Now,
Is that in advance for April?
No, that's going for right now because
Oh my
they haven't announced
God.
it yet.
Wow.
if that put me over, it'd be fucking hilarious. Because I
Oh
was
my
gone.
God.
a week.
All right, so Ego, who has won the month of March? Mic drops, fatalities, and all that fun stuff.
All right, for mic drops with 10 is Brad, and fatalities with 8 is also Brad.
I have a recommendation for you guys. If you would like to drop $120,000 on going to law school, you can be able to come up with these quick comments just like me. It's
So
a bargain. It's a bargain. Sell your soul, lose your liver. It's great.
So, and Ego, up to this point, who is leading in the chat fatality, man?
Chef fatalities with, so it's still JoJo at 4 out of the 5 that we've given for the entire chat. So I mean, she
Okay,
pretty much
so-
crushed it for that month.
So, well, no. I'm talking. So we haven't got anything new going for this week, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, chat, just so you know, until the go home show, before Mania, whoever gets the most of the chat mic drop fatalities, you will get a Joshi Love T-shirt from Wednesday Nights Overbooked from me. So keep that engagement going. And speaking of engagement, I want to thank the chat. You were lively tonight. But we are going to be signing off right here. So going around the horn, oops, wrong one again. Sorry, Ego.
All good, dude.
What do you have coming up, sir?
Man, I had so much plans to do stuff, and then, wife was like, no. So as soon as I get some time, maybe the next time she takes a nap, I'll try to record something and put it up, you guys. I mean, I'm putting all of this inactivity completely on Shiro right now. Every time I try to do something with, the writing a story, she's like, ooh, the baby kicked. Come over here now. So, I mean, I'm stuck. So, good
You're
problem
married.
to have, but that's, I just, I needed to take like a 6-hour nap so I can do something. But until then, I'm with y'all. every week,
Yeah.
every Wednesday.
Gotcha. Mr. Duke Double 995. Wow.
Hold on.
Nice. There you go.
There we go.
Wow, how
All right.
humble. Okay.
It's a humble brag. You two can have this at some point. I'm getting tired of carrying this damn thing.
What do you have coming up, sir?
I actually just, as we were on the show, finally got up my wormhole watch from this week. We were on episode 17 of season 3, titled Visionary. It is the annual Let's Torture Miles O'Brien show, which we generally love these shows. Adam and I love these shows. This one got a little feisty at the end. Otherwise, I will be having my Daredevil review coming out very soon. I'm going to go watch it right after this. And I think tomorrow night I will be on Static 2020's weekend pregame. I think we're coming back, and he's going to torture us with more god-awful TikTok videos that he finds somewhere else in the world. And there will be very special guests appearing on Wormhole Watch in the near future. Very, 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 very special.
The bladder bursting Terminator. What do you have coming up, sir?
Well, tomorrow night on Roman's show, I think you, me, maybe Ego. I don't know if he's on that one or not. We'll be there for I believe it's a news roundtable and also talking about Chuck Norris's passing.
Ah, yes,
The legend Chuck Norris,
the greatest enforcer in WWE history.
Yeah.
And as for myself, I will be dropping some video shorts the weekend. You can also catch me, like Matt said, with Roman of the Empire tomorrow over on his channel. And we will be back here for Wednesday night is overbooked, as we are definitely on the road to WrestleMania. Hopefully we'll have something more to talk about, something more exciting. Who knows? But until then, folks, I want to thank the chat for being here. And I want to wish everyone a great rest of your week. Keep talking. Keep smiling. And until next time, have fun and take care.